Hello and welcome. I'm Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and today I'm answering your questions. And the questions today are all about, is bread bad for you? You know, you're hearing the information everywhere on the internet, yet what is the truth? Well, we're going to talk about that today. Before we get started, I'm answering questions from people that have joined our private Facebook group, Biblical Nutrition Academy. When you join that group, you get to ask questions, and I'm here to answer. Second of all, I give away free gifts every time we do these Q&A videos, and today is no exception. And today, I just want to ask you, have you ever wanted to just have an edge to your day? Maybe you work in the corporate world and you're just like, man, I just need to have an edge. I just need to be able to keep up with my coworkers. I need to be able to get ahead of the game. Or you're a mom at home and you're just like, I need an edge. And so that's what I'm giving away today. I'm giving away an edge. Well, actually, it's called the Amari Edge, and I'm giving away a free month supply of it. And I'll tell you, it works with your neurotransmitters. It just kind of helps you focus. But even the flavor alone is enough reason that I love drinking it. So if you're interested in Amari Edge, I'll put a link to it down below. But stay tuned to the end to see who is today's winner. And you can get your name in the drawing for being a winner if you just leave a review of one of my books at either Amazon or our website, thebiblicalnutritionist.com. Now let's get started. A question was asked, is it just as nutritious to eat whole spelt bread as whole spelt sourdough? This is submitted by Lauren. Well, the answer is yes, and the answer is no. Well, the answer lies in who milled the grain. Either it's a whole grain bread or a sourdough, it doesn't matter. If you milled the grain, then either is good. Now, for some people who have digestive issues, the whole grain is actually better than the sourdough. For others, the fermentation can cause discomfort. So both are good, but one could be better for one person than another. Although the trending teaching is that only sourdough is the answer. But that's not true for everyone. The biblical bread was not always a fermented bread. They did not always have a sourdough, a daily version of sourdough. They ground the grain, they mixed it for bacon, and then they enjoyed delicious bread for dinner. Now then, there is teaching that they kept a starter in the home, and this may also be true for some, but it wasn't true in all instances in Scripture. But the point is not that. The point is, not everyone is able to receive the same nutrition for the same bread. And it's just because of what has happened in our food industry and what has happened to everyone's microbiome and everyone's gut. The most important point is, we must mill the grain ourselves. Thanks for asking this question. The question is, I have diabetes and I'm not supposed to eat bread, but I love it. I have been doing keto and really getting a handle on it. I'm trying egg white powder and bamboo fiber, and it's working pretty well. Do you have any suggestions on grains that I could use and grind myself? This was submitted by Nick. Thank you for your transparency and your willingness to search this out. Now, the reason diabetics are supposedly not to eat bread is that restaurant bread, store-bought bread, it's devoid of fiber and protein. I mean, it gives you a little, but very little. The grain, as God designed it, it actually has chromium in it, which balances blood sugar. It has a high amount of fiber that you're not getting anywhere else, and an entire long list of nutrients. I write about these nutrients in almost all of my books, starting with the Treasures of Healthy Living Bible Study, and even in the Satisfied Baking with Whole Grains. When you understand the nutritional value of the grain the way God gave it to us, you see why, when they stripped it away, we are so sick. But the thing is, we have to mill the grain ourselves. Now, you did not say if you're type 1 or type 2, so I'm just assuming you're type 2. Now, I have seen type 2 reversed with the milling of grains. The question states, I'm pre-diabetic and I'm supposed to watch my carbs. My question is, will milling my grain for bread spike my blood sugar like store-bought bread? This is submitted by Mary. The quick answer is no. The high fiber, the high protein, plus the other 23 different nutrients that God put into this grain of wheat is not going to cause a blood sugar spike. Now, my answer, though, is if the bread is not loaded down with sugars and jams and jellies and all kinds of additives put on top of the bread. I'm only referring to the bread. One way to check this out for yourself is to get a glucose monitor. So run your glucose numbers, also before you eat, then 2 hours after you eat, and see how freshly milled grain affects your glucose. And you'll see for yourself how the fiber actually is so beneficial for you, it balances out blood sugar. And so this is going to be very helpful for you to understand this, and thanks for asking. Well, if you would like to have your question answered, please join our private Facebook group, Biblical Nutrition Academy, and then let us know your question. If you say, Annette, I do not do Facebook, then I highly respect that. Send us an email at info@thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and in your subject line say question for Annette, and we will get that answered for you. Also, if you're ready to earn a free gift from me, then every week you have a chance of earning a free gift. So just go to thebiblicalnutritionist.com and leave a review of one of my books, doesn't matter which one. Although right now my favorite is The 7 Foods of the Promised Land, which you can see right up there. I cannot believe how good God was in writing that book. He is so good. So that's my favorite right now. Also, you can go to Amazon and leave a review there. Now, the winner for today is going to just get an edge to her day. And the person who's going to get an edge to her day, specifically the Amari Edge, now you can also buy this in a pack, and it's called the Happy Juice Pack. And that's actually what I have every day, which includes some Menabiotics and some Happy Juice, and then also some energy tea. So today's winner is getting the Amari Edge, grape flavored, and that's Leanne Mancini. So Leanne, send us an email at info@thebiblicalnutritionist.com. Put in the subject line, winner 135. And then in the email, give us your address so we can ship this out to you. I love giving away prizes. All right, thanks for watching and letting me share with you God's recipe for excellent health.